Welcome to our journey into the fascinating world of communication theory. Let's start with the basics. Communication theory is the foundation of how we understand the transmission of information. It helps us grasp the methods and processes through which information is communicated, ensuring clear and effective interactions. Why is this important? Communication theory plays a crucial role in various fields, from education, where it helps teachers convey knowledge, to business, where it enhances teamwork and marketing strategies. We'll explore different models that shape our understanding of communication, starting with the Shannon Weaver Model. Developed in 1948, this model revolutionized how we perceive signal transmission and communication. By understanding these foundational theories, we can appreciate their application in real-world scenarios and develop better communication strategies in our daily lives. As we move forward, you'll see just how impactful these models can be. So, let's dive in and uncover the principles and models that form the backbone of effective communication. Stay tuned as we explore the complexities of the Shannon Weaver Model and beyond. Welcome to our introduction on the Shannon Weaver Model. Developed in 1948 by Claude Shannon and Warren Weaver, this model was initially aimed at improving telephone communication. Over time, it has evolved into a fundamental framework in the field of communication theory. At its core, the Shannon Weaver Model breaks down the communication process into key components: the sender, encoder, channel, decoder, receiver, and noise. This structured approach allows us to analyze how information is transmitted and received, highlighting potential obstacles along the way. Shannon and Weaver's primary goal was to identify and bridge gaps in communication, enhancing the clarity and efficiency of message delivery. While it began with a specific focus on telephony, its applicability has since found relevance across various fields from education to corporate communication. As we move forward, you'll see how the Shannon Weaver Model compares with other communication models, and we'll dive deep into its components and practical applications. While the Shannon Weaver Model presents a linear approach to communication, other models, such as the interactive model, introduce feedback and context. The linear nature of the Shannon Weaver Model serves well in straightforward transmission scenarios, but it does not account for the dynamic nature of real-world interactions where feedback is critical. On the other hand, the interactive model emphasizes response and adaptability, being particularly beneficial in environments requiring active engagement. Each model has its own strengths and weaknesses, and the context in which they're applied makes all the difference. Next, you'll see how these distinctions impact their effectiveness in varying scenarios. In our journey to unravel the Shannon Weaver Model, we arrive at its core, the 6 vital components that drive communication. Let's dive into each one. First, the sender. The sender is the originator of the message. Whether it's a person, a company, or a system, the sender initiates the communication process by deciding what information to convey. Next, we have the encoder. The encoder's role is to transform the sender's thoughts into a transmittable form. This could be through words, symbols, or signals. For example, turning spoken words into written text or digital data. The channel is where the magic happens. This is the medium through which the message travels from the sender to the receiver. It could be a phone line, an email server, or even sound waves in the air. The choice of channel can significantly impact the effectiveness of the communication. At the receiving end, we find the decoder. The decoder's job is to interpret or translate the encoded message back into understandable information. This could involve reading an email, listening to a voice message, or watching a video. The receiver is the endpoint of the communication process. The receiver, like the sender, can be an individual or a system. They take in the decoded message and derive meaning from it. The effectiveness of communication largely depends on how well the receiver understands the message. Lastly, but crucially, we have noise. Noise represents any interference that distorts or disrupts the message during transmission. It can be anything from a poor phone connection to misinterpretations of the message. Understanding and mitigating noise is essential for clear communication. Each of these components plays a critical role in ensuring the successful transmission of information. They work together to form a cohesive process where a message is created, transmitted, and understood, despite potential disruptions. As we move forward, you'll see these components in action as we explore real-world applications and dive into a case study. This will help us appreciate the practical value and versatility of the Shannon Weaver model in various communication scenarios. Let's explore a real-world case study to see how the Shannon Weaver model applies in practice. We'll look at a scenario in a corporate setting, where clear and effective communication is crucial for success. Understanding the context and background of this scenario will help us see the model's relevance. This case offers rich insights into the dynamics of information transmission and reception. As we delve into the details, you'll see the critical role of each component of the Shannon Weaver model, from the sender and encoder to the channel and noise factors. By analyzing this scenario, we can observe how theoretical concepts play out in real-world communication challenges and opportunities. Next, we'll apply different communication models to this case study to compare their effectiveness and understand the unique advantages of each. Stay tuned as we peel back the layers of this case study and discover the practical applications of communication theories. In our case study, we will delve into the application of different communication models and how they handle various challenges. First, we'll examine the Shannon Weaver model, with its linear structure emphasizing a sender, message, and receiver. We'll see how it navigates noise and the clarity it brings to the conversation. Next, we'll explore the interactive model, which adds depth by introducing feedback loops, allowing for a more dynamic exchange between participants. This model addresses the importance of context and the continuous flow of information. We'll also consider the transactional model, which views communication as a simultaneous process, highlighting the interconnected roles of sender and receiver. This model allows both parties to send and receive messages simultaneously, showcasing a more fluid interaction. Through this comparative analysis, we'll identify the strengths and weaknesses of each model when applied to our case study. For example, while the Shannon Weaver model highlights the essential components of the communication process, it may oversimplify more interactive scenarios. On the other hand, the interactive and transactional models offer a more nuanced understanding of dialogues and discussions, but they can sometimes obscure the straightforward path of clear transmission. Our comparative study will reveal the outcomes and challenges presented by each model, providing a multidimensional perspective on communication effectiveness. This insight will lead us to a nuanced understanding of which model works best under different circumstances. As we move forward in our exploration, we will scrutinize how these models play out in real-world settings, providing a practical context to their theoretical frameworks. Understanding these applications will deepen our ability to choose the right model for the right situation. Now, let's see how the Shannon Weaver model addresses the challenges in our case study and why it is effective. The primary function of this model is to streamline communication by breaking it down into clear, manageable components. Firstly, we identify the sender. In our case study, this could be a project manager aiming to relay instructions to their team. The encoder translates these instructions into a communicable form, perhaps an email or a presentation slide. Next, the message travels through a chosen channel. This might be a digital platform like email or a face-to-face meeting. Each channel has its unique set of benefits and potential obstacles. The decoder then translates this message back into a comprehensible format for the receiver, who, in this instance, is the project team. Effective decoding is vital to avoid misunderstandings. The receiver can provide feedback, ensuring the message has been correctly understood. This feedback loop is crucial in refining and adjusting the communication process. Additionally, the Shannon Weaver model accounts for noise, any interference disrupting the message. In our corporate scenario, noise could range from technical glitches to misinterpretations due to cultural differences. By applying this structured approach, the Shannon Weaver model helps to identify and mitigate points of failure. The advantages are clear: enhanced precision, minimized misunderstandings, and a more efficient communication flow. Real-world application shows that teams using this model report higher clarity and productivity. As we move forward, you'll see how understanding these principles can transform communication strategies in various contexts. As we conclude, it's essential to reflect on the advantages and limitations of the Shannon Weaver model. While this model excels in simplifying and structuring the communication process, making it a highly effective tool in many scenarios, it is not without its drawbacks. One of its strengths lies in its straightforward linear approach, which helps in understanding the basic flow of communication. However, its linear nature also means it doesn't fully account for feedback or the dynamic nature of real-world interactions. This limitation becomes evident in more complex communication settings where multiple feedback loops are present. To effectively choose the right communication model, it's vital to consider the context in which it will be applied. Understanding both the strengths and limitations of the Shannon Weaver model enables you to better appreciate its utility and identify situations where alternative models might be more suitable. As we move forward, let's encapsulate the essence of our journey by summarizing the key points and reinforcing the importance of this foundational model. To conclude, we've looked at the Shannon Weaver model from multiple angles, highlighting its origins, core components, and practical applications. This model, with its straightforward approach, simplifies the often complex nature of communication. By breaking down the process into sender, encoder, channel, decoder, receiver, and noise, it provides a clear framework for understanding information transmission. In various fields, from corporate settings to educational environments, the Shannon Weaver model offers a reliable method to analyze and improve communication. Its significance cannot be overstated, as it has laid the groundwork for numerous advancements in how we comprehend and enhance human communication. As we wrap up, we hope this exploration has deepened your understanding of the Shannon Weaver model and its enduring relevance. Coming up next, we will give you some final thoughts and wrap up our discussion. Stay tuned. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more educational content. Leave a comment below with your thoughts. Your engagement helps us create more valuable resources. Don't miss out on our upcoming videos. Follow us on social media for updates and join our community to continue the conversation. We've covered a lot today, and there's so much more to explore. Thank you for watching and stay tuned for more insights into communication theory.